Welcome everybody. In this video I'll tell you about 5 foods that never, or almost never, expire. Stocking up on chow for a potential emergency? Canned tuna and dried fruit will last for quite a while in your pantry, but if you really want foods that will last for the long haul, reach for one of these endurance champs. As long as you store them properly, you won't have to worry about using these foods up before they expire.
Number 1.
The white rice. Researchers have found that white, or polished, rice will maintain its nutrient content and flavor for 30 years when stored in oxygen-free containers, in temperatures below 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4.4 degrees Celsius. White, wild, arborio, jasmine and basmati rice all have an indefinite shelf life when kept free from contaminants. The exception is brown rice. Thanks to its higher oil content, it won't keep nearly as long, about 6 months. Number 2. The honey. Honey has been called the only food that truly lasts forever, thanks to its magical chemistry and the handiwork of bees. The nectar from flowers mixes with enzymes inside the bees that extract it, which changes the nectar's composition and breaks it down into simple sugars that are deposited into honeycombs. The action from the bees' wings and the enzymes from their stomachs create a liquid that is both highly acidic and low in moisture, truly inhospitable digs for bacterial growth. The processing and sealing of honey also adds to its indefinite life. Despite being low in moisture, honey's sugars are hygroscopic, which means that they take in moisture from the air. When the heated and strained honey is sealed properly, moisture cannot be absorbed, and the honey stays the same forever. Don't believe it? National Geographic reported that archaeologists found 3,000-year-old pots of perfectly edible honey when unearthing Egyptian tombs. Honey may crystallize over time, but it won't actually expire or become unusable. The reason it is so resistant to spoilage is because it's only made up of about 17% water, which is too low to accommodate most bacteria and fungi. The honey actually dehydrates bacteria, so it is essentially its own preservative. Number 3. The salt. Given that sodium chloride is a mineral that is taken from the earth, its permanence should come as no surprise. It has also been used for centuries as a tool for preserving other foods or bodies like the Egyptian mummies, because it removes moisture. It is extremely effective at dehydrating things, including bacteria, so properly stored salt will remain usable for years, but the salt in your cupboard may not last forever though. Morton Salt points out that adding iodine to table salt reduces its life, so if your container says iodized salt, expect it to only last about 5 years. Number 4. The sugar. As with other items on this list, the storage method you use for your sugar determines whether or not you can keep it forever. Powdered and granulated sugar are best kept in airtight containers to keep the moisture at bay. Both white and brown sugar can be used indefinitely if they are stored in an airtight container away from light and heat. When sugar is properly stored, it is extremely inhospitable to bacteria and other things you probably don't want to eat. However, if moisture is allowed to mix with the sugar, it can become hard and clumpy, and even become a food source for bacteria. For long-term storage, try storing your sugar in a vacuum-sealable container. Number 5. The soy sauce. Soy sauce contains a high level of salt, which as we know is a great preservative. It depends on the type and which additives a particular brand uses, but when left unopened, soy sauce will last a very long time. Even after it has been opened, the salty condiment can keep for years in your refrigerator.
If you like this video and want to see more like this, please tell us in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll appreciate that.